Today we're going to talk about the Bose Sub 2, the Bose F1s, and the tone match from a DJ standpoint, not from a live musician. I don't think enough DJs really go on and break down or give you details about these PA systems from Bose. I've been using Bose PA systems for over 15 years, with the first L1 to the second L1, and then I got the F1s, and now I got the Sub 2's. I have two F1 stacks. That's them there in the corner. The other top is in another part of this room that you're looking at right now. For this demonstration, I only have one of four Sub 2's. I have four Sub 2's, two F1 stacks, and I have two the Pro 1s, the S1s, which is on top of my Sub 2 that you're looking at. Before I started using Bose, I was using Serwin Vega and EVs, PVs also, several other passive and powered subs that were twice the size, twice the weight to do my mobiles. That's what I am. I'm a mobile DJ. So you can see that I don't buy inexpensive equipment. What you're looking at right here is my Alpha Recording 6-channel rotary mixer. This is a $3,800 mixer. A Pioneer RMX 1000. I got Denon CDJ 6, the SC6000s. I've been doing this for a long time. So I spend my money on quality equipment. When I first started with Bose, I was impressed about the quality of sound and the portability of a smaller rig. So when I wanted to go do a mobile, I could set up quick and easy. And it wasn't required for me to rent a van, to move these big 18 subwoofers. I wasn't killing my back. So there was a compromise. I went smaller, and the sound was great across the board. In fact, I'll put my Bose PA system portable up against anybody else's portable rig, and guaranteed, if you put me on one side of the room and they're on the other side of the room, people are going to levitate to me, because the quality of the sound, the bottom, the bass bottom on the end, and the clean tops, the highs, they're coming to me. And just the way that the Sub 2's set up, say in cardioid mode, because I have four Sub 2's, and I'll pair them up with the F1 stack tops. What are the 802s, 812s, whatever they are. I'll put those on a pole and stack those on the top. Like you can see right now, I got the S1 on top, and you see that one on the F1 subs in the back, because the other one is on another pole stacked on top of three Sub 2's. They just sound really good when they're in that position, when they're there. So what I also have is a tone match. My tone match, that's the latest one from Bose, the 4TS or whatever it's called. But it's the latest one from Bose. And it's in the DJ setting. And I have my subs on one channel and my highs on another channel. So I can go in and I can dial them in. And I'll tell you, before I got the tone match, because of the quality of my mixer and the amount of output that was going out, I found myself clipping my Bose more. I had to dial in my rotary mixer and the sound from my crossover and everything else to bring it down so that it wouldn't clip. But once I hooked up the tone match and set my gains properly, I don't care what you do on the mixer. You can go all in. That tone match keeps the sound that's going out to my speakers, to my subs and my highs level. It doesn't clip anymore. And the amount of headroom that I gained from using the tone match, you can't even imagine how much better all of my Bose subs and my top sound when I'm running them through the tone match. There's no comparison. I mean, and I am a house DJ, so I like the simple fact that I get to play with my isolator and I get to kill everything except mids and highs, or take the bass out and come in with that hard hit from the sub 2's. And being that I've had my F1s, I got my F1s when they first came out. When the F1s first came out, I was blown away. I got two of them, and wherever I would go, I never set my two subs apart from each other. I always daisy chain my two subs together and put my tops on stands and move those out. Because you get more when you daisy chain. I don't care what you do. I'm not trying to have a stereo sound. I'm trying to get as much bass, much bottom, as much kick as I can. So in a comparison of the F1s versus the sub 2's, the F1s sound great, but the sub 2's, because it's just that one woofer that's in there, that race driver, that 18 by 11, whatever the size it is, or 13, it's a beast. It hits way harder. The specs for that and the dB for that is way different. It gets a lot deeper, can handle a lot more than the F1s, period. So, and now that I have four sub 2's, whenever I line them up, and I don't usually stack them on top of each other, I'll stand them up and bring them together, and I'll daisy chain all four of them and run one line to those four subs. And then I'll put all of my tops on stands. And if I really want to get crazy, then I'll bring the two F1s. And I'll take those F1 stacks and throw them in the corners somewhere and just let them bounce off of the wall. But those sub 2's, when you daisy chain those, the quality of the hit, the quality of the punch, it's that type. I don't know if you've ever been to a real club, not a bar, not a mobile gig somebody set up. I mean, a real club, and go near the speaker. The subs are hitting so hard that they hit that your whole interior just rattles. That's what those sub 2's sound like. Got to remember, I'm a house DJ, always have been. I look for that punch, that kick in the bass. The sub 2's, the F1s didn't do that. The sub 2's, they hit like that. When those bad boys are all together and they're daisy chained, even when I have two, the only reason you're seeing one on the floor right now is because the other one is here in my DJ booth with me on the floor as a monitor with one of the S1 tops. The other two bottoms are in my office upstairs with the other 802, the other top. That's up top. And I listen to that in my office all day because they just hit. They just sound so good. But let me stay on track when I tell you, as a mobile DJ, the point of having quality equipment for me is so that it holds its value. Now, like I said, I've had and been using the Bose PA systems now for over 15 years. And I'll tell you, each time I had one, when I got the L1 stack, when I've got the first L1 with the tiny little subs, I had like 3 or 4 of those little subs, but it still hit. When I bought it used. When I sold it, I got all of my money back. Not less, all of my money back. I bought it used, I sold it used. When I went on to the next L stack system, the L2, I bought some subs. I sold that, got 90% of my money back. And even now, I've had the F1 stacks now for like 4.5, almost 5 years. And I'm getting ready to sell them because the twos they really knocked them out the box. And the footprint is nicer. They're easier to maneuver than the F1 stacks. But even right now, Bose went up on the F1 stacks about $100. And even used, I'm still seeing them for like 900, 800. I'm not going to lose a whole lot of money when I sell those 2 subs, and they're going to go. I don't think I need any more sub 2s because I got 4 of them. And the way they hit, I'm good. So the other point is that they hold their value. EVs don't do that. The Q series don't do that. They don't hold that much value. I see people literally giving them away. All those other power subs out there, they just don't hold their value. And there's a reason for that. If you're a mobile DJ and you haven't gone to a Guitar Center or a Sweetwater to actually listen to a Bose sub, that's on you. I can only tell you from my experience, whenever I go do a mobile gig and I take a mixer and a CDJ and I take those Bose out there and I put those Bose on the floor, the compliments, insane. People walk up and other DJs walk up and they look and they try to figure out where the hell all the sound is coming from. And they stand there and they just look at the sub and look at it and point like it's some alien spacecraft they've never seen before. That's because they just can't believe something so small is hitting like a room full of big 18s. They're warm, they punch. You can walk. I know you've heard, you can walk right up to the tops and they don't irritate. They don't cut the eardrum. You feel relaxed when you stand near them because they're not piercing. The quality of the sound is well balanced, even more so with that tone match. So on the floor right now is 1 sub 2 turned up to 12 o'clock and is set in the bypass mode to run the S1 Pro Top. I'm going to play a track. I'm going to turn this microphone off, and the camera that's actually that you're looking through right now is the camera for my iPhone 14 Pro Max. If I hit play right now, you're going to get the sound from my mixer piped into this recording. I'm going to turn my mixer off and turn the microphone on the camera on my iPhone on so you can get more of a real representation of what the sound is like. So for more reference, my, let's see what we got right here. My tone match, like I said, my EQ on my rotary and on my Pioneer RMX 1000, they're all set to 0. They're all set to neutral. My EQ across the mixer is set to 0. I'm going to turn the volume on the house up to 5. On the tone match, the master is set to halfway at 12 o'clock, and so is the channel that the Sub 1 and the S1 Pro is on. It's at 12 o'clock. The gain at the top is at 11 o'clock. And I usually turn my volume up at the highest about 5. If I go to 6, it still won't clip. But that's because of the settings of the tone match. If the tone match was not in the equation, I couldn't go as high on the mixer because my mixer is going into the tone match as an input, and the tone match is managing that sound in the DJ preset, and it allows me to tweak the sub and the top through the preset, so I can go in there and really curve those frequencies that I don't want to hit a certain way. And the best thing about the whole system and the setup is the more speakers you add, the more you can bring down the output. Because every sub that I add, I'm adding more dB, I'm adding more bass. And if I add another one, that's doubling. And if I'm daisy chaining it, the extra punch is insane. So when you stack 4 of them together, I'm doubling again, and I'm daisy chaining them, and those 4 subs act like one. So all 4 of those drivers are just pounding. You can't even stand near it. You'll feel like your heart is gonna just jump out of your chest. So I'm gonna give you a sound check on the floor, and I'm gonna turn off my mixer through this recording and turn the iPhone's volume up so that you can try to get more of a realistic sound from what's going on the floor. So you have to remember my house volume is at 12 o'clock. The volume on the channel is at 12 o'clock. And it's at 12 o'clock basically on the tone match. And when I tell you, there's still plenty of headroom. And that's only one bottom. When I put all 4 of them together, the sound is just, I mean, it's insane. You can, if I turn the mids and the highs out, you can hear everything rattling. And I live in a large house. I have 3 floors above me. And when I tell you, stuff in the attic is shaking off of the walls just from one. So it's really insane. These subs really need a lot of room to be appreciated. That's why they work so well out in an environment that will actually suit them. Outside, in a club environment, in any mobile gig. You take these and do a mobile with them, they just gonna look at you and they're just gonna be like, oh my God, who the hell is this? And what the hell is that he's playing? Because I've never heard anything like it. That's how they perform. They really do. They're insane. So. So in my next video, and I'm going to have to set this up in the best way possible, is that I'm going to connect all 4 subs. I'm going to daisy chain them, show you how I do it, show you what the settings are so that you get the polarity correct. And I'm going to show you what they sound like with and without the S1 Pro or my other Bose tops, the what are they, 802, the 802s, 8012s, whatever they are. I think they're 802s. You know, I never get the numbers right. And the tone match. When all of that's connected to the tone match, because I generally run all of them when I'm down here in the studio. When I'm down here and that space that you're looking at right there, I do parties down here. So the 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 area that's behind the speakers that you see my arms moving in, this is the DJ booth. That space out there where the speaker is, that's part of the dance floor, and there's more behind the camera. So I have parties down here, and when I do these parties, everything is connected and everything is hooked up, and in such a small space, I can probably fit about 25 people down here comfortably. You know, the tone match helped out a lot because it allowed me to balance out the sound and eliminate, like I said, certain frequencies that were just causing issues. But once the tone match came into place, all of those subs and those tops, they really came to life. As a DJ, personally, I've tried several times to do it without the tone match, and it can be done. I mean, that's why I have the crossover, the additional isolator. I mean, there's so much control going on here that I can dial them in. But if I have somebody playing here with me and they get a little crazy with the knobs and start turning stuff, before you know it, he pushing them too hard. But as long as I got that tone match over there, if I see something clipping in the red, I could go in and dial him down. He can do whatever he want. I'm gonna dial him back, and I'm gonna keep the floor sounding really nice. So I honestly believe that the Sub 2's are by far, for a DJ, some of the best subs out there for the money, because one, they're small, they punch like a big speaker. The versatility, the fact that you can go into a cardio 8 mode. Like when I put all 4 of them together, if I put them up against the wall and I want to cardio 8 mode them so that all of my sound is coming towards the front and not just bouncing off of the wall, which I don't mind. I don't mind using a wall. I'll load to a wall in a second. Because like I said, I don't spread my subs out. I'm not going to put 1 to the left or 2 to the left of me and 2 to the right of me. That's only 4 feet. They're going to cancel out. You might as well put them together. Whenever you see subs, look online, look up daisy chaining. Why would you put 1 sub on your left and 1 sub on your right for some funky stereo effect? You're canceling out bass. You got these weird alleys going up and down on your dance floor. Put those subs together all the time. Put your tops apart if you want to do something, but put your subs together and let them work as 1 sub. Know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this for a long time. Trust me when I tell you. When I turn the bass down on the track I'm playing and when I come back with it, it's rattling the building because the subs are daisy chained. You get the punch in such a small little package. So like I said, stay tuned for the next video where I'll daisy chain all 4 of them. I'll show you how I do it. I'll put my tops up. I'll give you another sound check so you can see how they hit. Hopefully my neighbors won't call the cops on me because, man, the punch is insane. But and I'll also give you another video for you can see the difference between the F1s and the Sub 2's. My F1s right now, if you look at them over there, they're in the corner. They're in a little cubby, a little alcove. And when I tell you, you see the 2 subs there side by side, like I said, they're daisy chained. And they're daisy chained for a reason because you're adding 3 dB, 3 or more dB when you daisy chain them. When those two subs are on and I'm rocking, you can see all 4 woofers are moving at the exact same time every single time a frequency hits them. And those 4 woofers are acting like one, and the bass is insane. And the fact that I got it loaded in a corner, the amount of bass coming out of that little cubby over there, you can't stand within 3 feet of it. Because if I hit it, I might have to get the defibrillator and wake you up because you're going down. So I'll give you a taste of those in the next video. So, follow me, give me a thumbs up, leave any comments, any questions you have in the bottom for me, and I'll get back to you because I'm constantly looking on platforms to find out what DJs are saying, what they're using, how they're setting up, why they're not pushing these subs like it's a trade secret, it's a hidden secret they don't want nobody to know. I'll put this rig up against anybody's portable rig in the same field, in the same category. You come out with 4 subs and let me come out with these in my tops and what I'm playing, and I guarantee you, money up, you'll go home with no money because these bad boys are absolutely insane. Stay tuned for the next video. Until then, I'm Aziz Masudi out of Trenton, New Jersey. That's right.